Released in 1999, making it 25 years old this year, Grand Theft Auto 2 came as a sequel to one of gaming's greatest franchise, featuring Anywhere USA, a dystopic city with a retro-futuristic theme, an entire respect system surrounding 7 gangs, 3 districts, various power-ups around the map, car modifications that let you shoot weapons from the hood, rampages, which are called tokens, car collecting, and introducing the FBI and Army to make your time spent in Anywhere City harder. GTA 2 improved on the already successful formula of its predecessor, giving the player a more chaotic open world, where you can ignore everything and cause non-stop mayhem. This video isn't aimed to be a review of the game. There's a bunch of great ones out there, but rather as a way to look back on Rockstar's greatest features and mechanics from not only this game, but most other titles from the series, and why I personally believe they could innovate the next game after 6 simply by re-implementing them.
And remember, respect is everything.
The game introduces a respect system surrounding the 7 gangs of Anywhere City: Zaibatsu, featuring all 3 districts, the Yakuza, Loonies, Rednecks, a scientist gang for some reason, the Russian mob, and the Krishna. You start off being able to choose the gang you affiliate with, doing various payphone jobs, with each of them increasing in difficulty as you progress. Working with a specific gang increases respect for them while losing it for the rival and vice versa. If a gang respects you well enough, you can go for the red payphone jobs from the very beginning, giving you total freedom in the order you want to complete the missions. Or perhaps not even doing any jobs.
Expeditions execution!
The progress system is simply getting enough money to leave the current district for the next one. 1 million for downtown, 3 for residential, and 5 for industrial. Money which can be earned by doing the previously mentioned jobs, or just causing enough chaos in the city by cruising around in a tank for a while, or even other not so popular methods. I'm not even gonna bother explaining that.
Damnation! No donation, no salvation!
At the time, America's most dangerous cities were already introduced in GTA 1, with the 3 levels being Liberty City, San Andreas, which was a city, not a state back then, and Vice City. We've had these cities featured in more than 14 installments across 3 universes, but we never got to revisit Anywhere City. And although Rockstar always expanded and improved with each iteration of the maps, I personally feel like it was a wasted opportunity to never bring it back with one of the spin-off games.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!
GTA 2 is depicted to take place 3 weeks into the future, which can mean 1999 when it released, or 2013. Regardless of that, the unique design of cars, buildings, cops, and weapons bring a cyberpunk vibe to the game that has never been replicated in any upcoming GTA game, or even other franchises Rockstar created. I find the overall theme of the game to be immersive enough for it to be believable, and although it can look and feel a bit goofy at times, it creates an atmosphere that I fell in love with as a kid playing it for the first time.
Job failed.
Player choice wasn't magically taken away at some point, but as the games went on we had less and less of it. In GTA 3 and Vice City, some of the elements of the 2D games were kept, such as almost complete freedom in the way you complete a lot of the missions, especially assassination ones. In Vice City, you're given a ton of freedom in the second act of the game. After taking out Diaz and claiming his mansion, you're tasked with acquiring and completing missions for 7 assets in order to unlock the final act, 2 of which are always the Vercetti Mansion and Printworks, but the other 5 are completely up to the player's choice. You get to choose between pushing ice cream on the Vice City streets, collecting cars or sunshine autos, to watching 2002 polygons dancing in front of you, or pulling off the biggest heist in Vice City. As we went on, we slowly got that freedom of choice taken away, with missions being more restricted in the way you can complete them.
Ooh, did that hurt?
Both GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, and most likely GTA 6 as well, are amazing story-driven games that unfortunately take away most of the player choice during the missions. They are linear stories that are intended to pan out in the way the developers wanted them to, While I love these games, I feel like they could have at least given more choice than what approach you want on a heist, or what guns you want to use during a train robbery. Not following the intended path will result in...
Don't move, kid.
Let's take a look at one of my favorite missions from GTA 2 as an example. In the mission Greatest Hits given to us by Billy Bob Bean, cute name, we're initially tasked with taking out Zaibatu hitmen that come one at a time. After that, we're sent to take out Flambo Cortez, a well-known mercenary that sits in an armored limousine, which cannot be destroyed using normal weapons. The game suggests rigging a car with explosive, but it doesn't force you to do it. It just points at the target and lets you do as you please. A common speedrun strategy is to push the limo onto the train tracks and wait for the train to destroy it. Yes, even back then trains were as unstoppable as they are now. For the most part anyway. If you have the patience, you could push it all the way into the water and sink it. Or just roll up in a tank to the scene.
Job complete.
And maybe even other ways that I'm unaware of. It's exactly that freedom of choice resulted from a lack of restriction on the developer's side that is so amazing about this game.
Grand Theft Auto.
I know we already have a modern day GTA that has a futuristic theme to it with Cyberpunk 2077, which I've personally never played. But with GTA Online already pushing out things like evil AI, jetpacks, flying cars, and broomsticks. Whose idea was it, really? I feel like the next GTA, and probably even the final one in the series, should be a time skip to a dark and crime-riddled anywhere city where you earn your living by taking various jobs for gang lords, team up with other small-time criminals like yourself to pull off mega heists, save the world from evil corporations or something else that's cliché, and climbing up in the criminal empire world. Combined with the arcadey sandbox approach of GTA 2, would in my opinion, create the greatest game we could ever see and a dream come true for me.
Elvis has left the building.
This video isn't a way for me to throw dirt at Rockstar, quite the opposite. I have been a massive fan of their work for as long as I can remember, and with all the terrible decisions and bad publicity surrounding them in the past few years, I still believe they're the best at creating believable worlds that feel alive, where you are in the center of them, just a mere observer. As blinded by nostalgia as I might sound, I feel like embracing the wacky and unrealistic elements introduced in the modern day GTA Online, cranking it up to 1000 and making the whole game be a roller coaster of crazy adventures surrounding gangs, advanced tech, and taking liberty in the way you want to approach the world would be the perfect GTA game. As they say, the world is the true protagonist in this franchise, so why not reintroduce someone we haven't seen in ages? Thank you so much for watching. This was my first attempt at making a video essay, so I hope you all enjoyed it.
And remember, respect is everything.